Bonjour, it's Poncho here. What I've got in front of me is a 4-bit binary encoder, and over here is the decoder. What these allow you to do is send multiple inputs. Here I got 16 inputs over 4 lines of redstone. And here's the decoder, and it can read all the 16 different outputs. So this is a 4-bit binary encoder and decoder. A 3-bit lets you send 8 inputs, and a 2-bit's 4, 1-bit's 2. So they kind of double as they go up. So you can see here, if I turn the 4th one on, then over here it's decoded and the 4th one's on. And this is just done by whatever combination of redstone lines are activated will be decoded over there. And now when you have both 2 activated at once, then this stays on, plus the 2 for the 8th one. So instead of getting the 4th one on and the 8th one on, we get a combination of the 2, which makes this 4th last one go on. And it's turning to night, so I'm gonna turn these off, then head to the bed, which is somewhere over here. Now, I was gonna say something, but what was I gonna say? Well, anyways, I don't know. But the practical idea I had for this was to have a display room, basically. And so you wouldn't so much need an encoder, but you would need a decoder. And you can have different things, furnaces, different types of farms, maybe as the NPC villagers get their AI, which hopefully they will get if they can do tasks for you in some way. You can hook a bud switch up to that, or else, you want to know if people are entering your base. If you're online in a public server and be able to see it from a display room, you can have pressure plates, and you can just see it all from a control room, and the inputs would travel over the wires. I've only got 3 of the 4 wires hooked up here because I just wanted to show you some quick examples. And so right now, I'll turn this on. These are 2 RS NOR latches. This one is hooked up to the melon farm. So for example, when I come over here, put a block down to simulate a melon growing, that sends a pulse over here, and the torch is off, which means the melon is grown. So you could kind of do that so you don't have to waste time wondering if things have grown in your farm. And to acknowledge that it's grown, you just kind of walk over the plate and then it resets it. The reason why you need this is so you can send everything in pulses, and then you don't have to worry about the problem we have over here, where if 2 things are constantly on, then it sends you output for something you don't really need. The furnace as well. Just toss cobblestone. Where's the wood? Come on. Okay. And so this, if you left your control room or whatever, or left your furnace room, and you want to know if it was done or not, you can have that hooked up to a bud switch. Now right now, I made the mistake, and there, it's off now, so you can head back to your room and go do whatever you need to do. I wasn't thinking when I hooked that up, so I have the T flip-flop attached to the bud switch, which was wrong. The T flip-flop's supposed to be hooked up right here, so you know when it's on and off, but it's not sending a constant pulse there, which the T flip-flop does right now. So that was just a brain fart when I was making it. Here's the pressure plate. You walk on that. That triggers the second one. We'll do the melon farm too quickly so you can see you can do both at once without it sending multiple things. Now if they were to send 2 pulses at the exact same time, that would trigger a different one, but it's pretty unlikely that would happen. And you know, you can have this hooked up to as many farms as you want. So you could have 4 different farms, each have their own display in your control room. You know, pretend this is a farm, turn that on, and I just didn't feel like making another RS NOR latch, but this would be hooked up to another RS NOR latch, and then you can see. And yeah, another thing, if you wanted to do and you had enough space, if all your stuff was far away or something, you could build an encoder like we have over here. You could build it under or over your decoder, and then in your control room you could basically see how everything is doing in your world. Then you could also be able to push a button or something to control all the things, like automatically harvest your farms, do all kinds of stuff, turn on mob traps, you know, whatever you want it to do, you could do and see all from one control room. So that's kind of my idea for how a binary decoder or encoder would be useful. And I'm not going to show a tutorial how to make it in this video, although I could if you wanted, but I'll post a link to how to make a simple 2-bit binary decoder, which is how I learned how to make them, and it's a really good video. I can't remember what the username was, but I'll post his video in the description, and then you guys can check out how to make a binary encoder and decoder if you want. That's it. Goodbye.